Fading through the water, cold air floating past the moon, clouded visions move in silence, slowly drifting through the blue. Blood reflections on the rain, empty streets without a name, glassy shadows pass me by like forgotten satellites. Soft horizons bend and sway, night dissolves into the gray. Restless currents pull me deep into places half asleep. Weightless motion moving slow, fading farther down below. Drifting through blue tonight, silver haze across my eyes, cold moon burning through the tide, like a dream that won't unwind. Drifting through blue again, dark waves circling in my head, distant outlines fade from view, lost inside the endless blue. Late clouds hanging over glass, silent moments drifting past, ocean air in hollow skies, ghost-like colors in the night. Low tide pulling at the shore, shapes I don't remember anymore. Midnight breathing soft and slow, pulling deeper as I flow. Quiet echoes move like smoke, half-lit visions disappear slow. Drifting through blue tonight, silver haze across my eyes, cold moon burning through the tide, like a dream that won't unwind. Drifting through blue again, dark waves circling in my head, distant outlines fade from view, lost inside the endless blue. Long shadows across the foam, no clear signal leading home, only distant silver light crossing through the silent night. Drifting through blue tonight, black skies melting into white. After all the stars grow dim, still the tide keeps pulling in. Drifting through blue again, cold winds circle through the end, dark horizons moving slow, somewhere only shadows know. fading through the rainfall. Cold smoke drifting past the sea. Silent hours moving slowly. Something keeps returning to me. Dark reflections on the glass, shadows slipping as I pass. Empty corners filled with haze, fragments from another place. Low tide washing through the stone, late night silence feels unknown. Clouded visions drift apart like old signals in the dark.
Soft collisions in my mind. Fading traces left behind.
Echoes after midnight call through the shadows on the wall. Cold blue moments come and go, like a dream I used to know. Echoes after midnight stay, floating through the smoky gray. Half awake and drifting slow, somewhere only night winds go. Silver waves beneath the mist, ghost-like shapes I almost missed. Broken moonlight on the tide, pulling thoughts I try to hide. Distant outlines blurring sway, night dissolving into gray. Ocean breathing far below, pulling deeper as I flow.
Quiet voices move like rain. Flickering memories fade again.
Echoes after midnight call through the shadows on the wall. Cold blue moments come and go, like a dream I used to know. Echoes after midnight stay, floating through the smoky gray. Half awake and drifting slow, somewhere only night winds go. Long nights melting into blue, nothing feels completely true. Only silver through the haze, crossing through these endless waves. Echoes after midnight rise, cold reflections in my eyes. After all the lights grow dim, still the silence pulls me in. Echoes after midnight fade, lost inside the rolling grave. reflections pulling in. Faded outlines cross the sea like forgotten memories. Cold horizons blur and bend, shapes dissolve and form again. Quiet currents move below, carrying the undertow. Blue illusions drift apart like old pictures in the dark.
Slowly falling through the haze. Weightless circles, silver gray.
Moonwater reflections shine, broken silver through the tide. Dark waves rolling through my mind like a dream I left behind. Moonwater reflections glow, cold winds drifting soft and low. Lost beneath the fading night, floating through the distant light. Low clouds drifting over glass, silent shadows slowly pass. Ocean breathing calm and deep through the spaces in my sleep. Empty distance fills the air, fading traces everywhere. Midnight colors turn to blue, nothing here feels fully true.
Quiet motion, pull me slow. Grind on slow, the afterglow.
Moonwater reflections shine, broken silver through the tide. Dark waves rolling through my mind like a dream I left behind. Moonwater reflections glow, cold winds drifting soft and low. Lost beneath the fading night, floating through the distant light. Long nights covered in the mist, pieces of a world I miss. Only silver lines remain, crossing through the falling rain. Moonwater reflections rise, cold blue shadows fill the sky. After all the stars grow dim, still the silence pulls me in. Moonwater reflections fade, lost within the rolling gray. Dark horizons moving slow, deep inside the undertow. Silver drifting slow, night beneath the glow. Waves that never end, pull me back again. drift without direction, somewhere past the sleeping haze. Street lights blur across the rain, salt air rushing through the frame, windows covered in the mist, like a scene I almost missed. Empty signals far offshore, footsteps fading from before. Midnight currents pull me wide, far beyond the turning tide. Slow collisions in the dark. Flickering shadows leave their mark. Midnight ocean glow tonight, cold blue colors melt together. Broken moonlight on the tide, floating far from where I started. Midnight ocean glow again, low waves circling through the silence, distant outlines come and go, somewhere in the undertow, somewhere in the undertow. Black skies hanging over glass, moments disappearing fast, silver reflections sinking fade, ghosts like patterns on the grave. Cold horizons drift afar, tiny lights beyond the dark, ocean breathing underneath, like a secret lost at sea. Quiet echoes moving slow, drifting deeper through the cold. Midnight ocean glow tonight, cold blue colors melt together. Broken moonlight on the tide, floating far from where I started. Midnight ocean glow again, low waves circling through the silence, distant outlines come and go, somewhere in the undertow. Long shadows across the foam, no clear place to call my own, only silver moving lines crossing through the edge of time. Midnight ocean glow tonight, blurred horizons fade forever. After all the distant lights, only shadows move together. Midnight ocean glow again, cold wind drifting through the silence, dark reflections rising slow, somewhere in the undertow, fading into blue. Nothing staying true. Night dissolves below, inside the afterglow. to glass, moments breaking as they pass. Quiet currents through the air, empty shadows everywhere. Late night colors drift and bend, shapes dissolve and form again. Static breathing through the blue, nothing here feels fully true. Slow fading, weightless state, lost somewhere inside the gray. Still phase tonight, cold reflections in my eyes, dark horizons moving slow through the spaces down below. Still phase again, silver air without an end, floating farther into blue, like a world I never knew. Dim skies covered in the smoke, silent waves and hollow roads, distant motion through the dark, flickering traces leave their marks. Night dissolving into glass, shifting echoes slowly pass. Ocean breathing calm and low, pulling deeper as I flow. Soft shadows drift away. Endless circle, silver gray. Still phase tonight, cold reflections in my eyes, dark horizons moving slow through the spaces down below. Still phase again, silver air without an end, floating farther into blue, like a world I never knew. Long nights caught between the tides, pieces scattered out of sight, only distant fading lights crossing through the quiet sky. Still phase tonight, black skies covered up the light. After all the stars dissolve, silence still evolves. Still phase again, cold winds moving through the end, dark reflections fade below, somewhere only shadows know. Stillness in the blue, nothing shining through. Slowly drifting low, inside the undertow. fading away. Blurred reflections on the floor.
Faint outlines beside the door.
Slow horizons lose their shade.
Moments slipping out of frame.
Quiet motion through the dark.
Fading traces leave their marks.
Night suspended, cold and still.
Empty spaces standing still.
Soft shadows disappear. Weightless silence drawing near. Echo fade tonight. Silver air and distant light. Dark reflections drift away through the slowly falling gray. Echo fade again. Cold wind circling without end. Floating farther out of view. Lost inside the fading blue. Dim skies covered up the glow.
Silent currents move below.
Shifting outlines bend and sway.
Like they never meant to stay.
Low vibrations through the haze.
Time dissolving into space.
Ocean breathing soft and slow.
Pulling deeper down below.
Quiet circles drift apart. Fading signals through the dark. Echo fade tonight. Silver air and distant light. Dark reflections drift away through the slowly falling gray. Echo fade again. Cold winds circling without end. Floating farther out of view. Lost inside the fading blue. Long nights melting into smoke. Pieces vanish line by line. Only distant silver tones crossing through the edge of time. Echo fade tonight. Black skies covering the light. After all the stars dissolve, silence still evolves. Echo fade again. Cold air drifting through the air. Dark horizon sinking low. Where the final echoes go. Slowly disappear. Nothing left to hear. Fading into gray. Drifting far away. shapes I almost knew before. Midnight air across my face, like a dream without a place. Low clouds moving through the haze, night suspended in the gray. Ocean breathing deep and slow, pulling farther as I float. Quiet circle through the sea, fragments falling out of reach. Silver tides motion tonight, blurred moon breaking on the waterline. Old reflections come and go, lost inside the undertow. Silver tides motion again, dark waves rolling without end. Half awake inside the blue, nothing here feels fully true. Long shadows across the foam, drifting farther from the known. Only distant silver light floating through the endless night. Silver tides motion at night, black skies melting into white. After all the lights grow dim, only echoes still remain. Silver tides motion again, cold winds circling through the end. Dark horizons moving slow, deep beneath the afterglow. Silver tides motion, night keeps flowing, lost inside the blue, like a fading view.